Hello, everybody. It feels like I'm finally getting the hang of things, and it took me a while to do so. I've been here for a while, and things are already coming to a close. I mean, school already ended here, which is crazy because back in the U.S., we only started like 2 months ago. It's really wild, to be honest, and but I am having a really good time, and I think I've finally gotten into a groove with my videos of how I make them. Like I said, school's already over here. I mean, the other week I only had 2 days of school. One was for a party up in Big Picture, and the other one was for an exam. The party was a sort of sending off for all of the 12th grade students going out into the world and all of the teachers who wouldn't be coming back next year. It was really fun. It was sort of potluck style. Everyone brought their own food. I was kind of the embarrassment of it all in that I brought a box of Jats and tiramisu, which is a great snack and a great thing to bring to a potluck. The only thing is, nobody ate it. I didn't even eat and crack this tiramisu, to be honest. I'll never know what it tastes like. But luckily, the Jats did become my work snack here, and I've already gone through the entire box. So if you're listening or watching to this in the US, please send me more crackers. Please. I need them. Before we get into what this video is actually about, a quick obligatory recap. For those of you who haven't seen me before, welcome. For those of you who have, welcome as well. My name is Jesse. I'm a foreign exchange student from America here in Australia. I have been studying in Canberra while also working on the farm Jillamatong under the purview of Martin Royds, who is a regenerative agriculture farmer, meaning he sustainably manages his farm as a steward of the land. I am extremely interested in regenerative agriculture and as well as videography. So I'm trying to merge the two by making these videos documenting my stay here and by teaching people a little bit about regenerative agriculture. This past week, my advisor and I organized a trip to the farm for a bunch of the students from Canberra College. They came by and Martin gave them an amazing tour teaching them about some of the base principles of regenerative agriculture and how he manages things on his farm. Now that there was all a couple weeks ago. Just a little PSA. During this video, I'm going to be jumping around a lot because I obviously haven't made a video in a while, and the last one was all footage from quite a while ago. So I've got a lot to recap on. So I'm going to just be moving around the weeks. It's not really important when all of this stuff happened, but it'll be just kind of too confusing if you try to follow that. So just listen and vibe along. Let me tell you about what happened this week because it was a wild ride. I first got into Braidwood at about 8 a.m. on Friday, walked around, took out my camera, was taking pictures of... Braidwood is just a really amazing town. It's got a lot of history to it. It feels a lot like my own hometown. Now, Braidwood looks a lot like something you'd see out of a Wild West movie, the old tarnished facades, the feeling that any moment a tumbleweed could roll down the promenade. In fact, quite a few movies have been shot in Braidwood, including Ned Kelly starring Mick Jagger. Most people think of the gold rush as Yosemite Sam, the American West, and gold mines in California, but in reality there was also a gold rush here in Australia. In 1851, gold was discovered in Araluen Valley. There was a population boom in Braidwood and the surrounding area. Prospectors came to town to buy supplies, and when they came back with their riches from the mines, they would celebrate in one of the over 24 taverns and pubs in Braidwood. Yeah, I guess prospecting makes you pretty thirsty. Today, Braidwood is a richly historic town that retains much of that history in its architecture. After hanging around for a bit, I grabbed my bike from behind the bed and breakfast, and I started biking to Jillamatong. Jillamatong is about 6 kilometers from the outskirts of town, and I usually take the main road there. It's a little bit winding, but it's pretty straightforward, and it takes about half an hour. This time, though, when I got to the normal fork in the road, I noticed this road that just sort of went straight, and it led right into the mountains. And I thought, that looks like it might be a little bit of a shortcut, and I have got quite a bit of time, so why not take a little bit of an adventure? Oh, how wrong I was. Oh, how wrong I was. You see, this road, it went straight for a while, past the cattle yards. Then it turned to gravel and dirt, and it got extremely steep. And it was pretty dry out there too, and windy, and I found myself not even being able to ride my bike. I had to walk most of the way there. And when I got to the mountain, there was a gate because it was private property, and the gate was locked. And I realized, well, I'm too far now to go back, so I threw my bike over the fence and the gate, hopped over the other side, and started pushing my bike up the mountain.
I made a mistake. I thought that the straight road that went to Jillamatong Mountain would be easier because it's straight through, not around. But it was all uphill. And it's so windy and dry. And I didn't bring any water. I'm really stupid. This is how I am. I gotta go over the mountain and over where the house is. This is really, really stupid of me. And I'm on a bike. And I'm already so tired. Jesus. If I'm not able to make it and someone finds this, let it be known that I never gave up.
I mean, it was awful.
I just got over this hill. It is that steep. I was like, okay, I'm almost there. No! There's another one!
I was genuinely starting to hallucinate.
That's Jillamatong. Mate. Oh my god.
A hawk swooped my head. Overall, that normal route takes about half an hour at most if I'm walking some of the way. My way, that was a straight shot that would have been so much faster, took me almost 3 hours. I got into town at 8 a.m. I didn't get to the farm until noon. In other news, we had a little visitor in the backyard for the weekend. His name is Ricky Bobby. Not that Ricky Bobby. He is a potty calf. His mom unfortunately died while birthing him, and so he's instead being hand-reared by Belle, someone who worked on the farm for quite a while. Now, Belle had been living in the B&B, so Ricky Bobby was hanging out in the back, but when the gas company came to deliver more gas to the B&B and the restaurants below it, they were apparently too afraid of the calf to deliver the gas and said to call them back when it was gone. So we had to take Ricky Bobby for the weekend so that the gas company wouldn't be so afraid. I had the pleasure of feeding Ricky Bobby, which is an extremely messy process, pouring formula into the bottle and figuring out how to mix it up through the small hole in the top. But man, this legend, Ricky Bobby, just one-shots a 2.5 liter jug of milk on the reg, easy as pie, not taking a breath. It's like it's nothing to him. And even after he's still thirsty, he's headbutting me, right? Thinking I'm gonna maybe spurt up more milk. I've got to like run away from him so that he doesn't keep headbutting me. Now, about 2 weeks ago, when I was on the farm, Martin took me and his 4-year-old daughter Poppy to the Majors Creek Music Festival. A festival in Majors Creek that prides itself on recycling and reusing everything that they have there to make sure that there's almost zero waste. They have plenty of marked recycling bins, but more importantly, they have public toilets. Obviously, people gotta do their thing. But the special thing about these is that all of the urine and feces that is collected from these festival goers is then transported by Martin out to his property at Burlang, where it's put into a compost pile and then used as compost. And he's been doing this for over 20 years.